Shalom. I'm Kaya from Jimmy's Camp out here in Phoenix, Arizona. First, I want to give his all praise, glory, and honor is to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahakwadash. Of course, I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that have taught us his truth and rule well. I want to say Shalom to the 144. Also want to say Shalom to the speckled bird, even though you may look like the heathen, but are not the heathen. Want to say Shalom to the Aquath and the Akim out there. You know, we have something, and I always say this, we have a very grand outlook, even though we're about to come into World War III. You know, we're about to come into the mark of the beast. We're about to come into Jacob's trouble. But when all things are over and the dust settle, you know, the elect will be where? In the kingdom. You know, as of right now, you know, one of the young brothers was questioned, why do you always look up? The scriptures even say, look up, for your redemption draws nigh. For we understand this is not our rest. You know, we can't wait to go home. You know, we're just sojourning through. You know, we're just walking through, making it through this raggedy kingdom of Esau's. And we can't wait to get out of here. And that time is coming. For all the things that we see right now, all the prophecies taking place, we know we got a grander outlook. In the first scripture, you know, I do want to get, because I don't want to ramble too much, some beautiful scriptures. So the first scripture I want to get is in the book of Luke 21 and 28. And let's see what it says. Bear with me, Israel. Sometimes it takes a little while for this to load up. And we're going to the book of Luke. Luke 21 and verse 28. And let's see what it says. And this is Luke 21 and 28. And, you know, and all the things that we're seeing right now happening, what does it say? And remember, this is Yahushai speaking. And it says, Luke 21, 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. For all the things that we see today, all the prophecies taking place, we look up because we know our redemption is nigh. We understand we're about to go home. You know, we understanding that the sure mercies of Yahushua are coming too. Now, of course, his wrath is coming, and so are his mercies. So are his what do you call it? The miracles that he's going to show to his elect. Those, you know, the 144 and the 1/3. We know what's going to happen to 2/3, but we should be worrying about what's going to happen to the elect. Looking forward to going home. You know, saving us from afar. Yahushua saving us from afar too. Matter of fact, let's go to another scripture. It's not meant to be very long. Let's get a few scriptures in before we go to the plantation. Before I go to the plantation. Correction. Let's see. Let's go to Psalms 136. That's where I want to go. And we're going to look at, let's see, Psalms 136. And let's see. And I started verse 10. And yes, you know, have the understanding the words like Egypt, let's see, Babylon. Those are subject to here too. You know, bondage. Israelites are in bondage, in captivity. Egypt, Babylon, land of confusion, and whatnot. But listen to this. To him that smote Egypt in their firstborn, for his mercy endureth forever. And this is Yahushai. And brought out Israel from among them, for his mercies endureth forever. So you have to have that understanding. What was in the past will be required again. You got to remember that. What? Yahushai did what? Took the Israelites out of Egypt, in the time of Moses. And next, pretty soon, we're going to see a grand exodus out of Babylon, aka America. Psalms 136:11. And brought out Israel from among them, for his mercies endureth forever. With a strong hand and with a stretched out arm, for his mercies endureth forever. To him which divided the Red Sea into parts, for his mercy endureth forever. And made Israel to pass through the midst of it, for his mercies endureth forever. Let's go a little further. If you get what this is going into, yes, this is talking about the time of Moses, but that grand exodus is going to happen again. Verse 15, but overthrew Pharaoh and his host in the Red Sea, for his mercy endureth forever. Who is he about to overthrow? Who is Yahushua about to overthrow? Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathens are in their governments and all those things. Verse 16, to him which led his people through the wilderness, for his mercies endureth forever. To him which smote great kings, for his mercy endureth forever. See, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's mercy endureth forever. Especially for who? The elect, those that do the will of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. That mercy is there. Right? And slew famous kings, for his mercy endureth forever. Sihon, king of the Amorites, for his mercy endureth forever. Now let's jump down to verse 26. Maybe let me see. We'll continue to read. And Og, the king of Bashan, for his mercy endureth forever. And he gave their land for an heritage, for his mercy endureth forever. Even a heritage unto Israel, his servant, for his mercy endureth forever. Who remembereth us in our low estate, for his mercy endureth forever. Are we not in our low estate right now? Subject to payments, the butt of all jokes. We tell people who we are and we're laughed at, even by our own people. Esau and the heathens make fun of us in jokes and taunts. Oh, y'all was kings. Now look at you. Let's go further. And hath redeemed us from our enemies, for his mercy endureth forever. That time is coming again. Remember when I said the great exodus? That's coming again. Where we will be taken out of Babylon, Egypt, aka America. Going to be taken out in style. We're going to see the destruction of this place and what's really coming, and the wrath of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And we all hope that we don't have to deal with that wrath, but we deal with the mercy of Yahushai. But we have that understanding that what? For his mercy endureth forever. Who giveth food to all flesh, for his mercy endureth forever. O give thanks unto God of heaven, for his mercy endureth forever. And how beautiful that is, that mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Even though the time of wrath is coming, But like I said earlier, we have a grand outlook, that hope. We know that Yahweh Shai is not a man that he should lie. He has said what he's going to do. And will he not do it? Matter of fact, let's get another scripture, right? Since we understand that Esau's kingdom is coming to an end. Let's go here. Y'all have seen these scriptures before. You're going to see them again and continue to see them. 2nd Ezra chapter, let's see, 2nd Ezra, let's get it, chapter 6, in verse 9. What does it say? For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Israel, Yasharallah. We got next. Matter of fact, you remember the promise of Yahweh Bashim Shai, even though I read Psalms 136, 10 through 26, his mercies endure forever. And you've heard different areas of where we were exodus out or taken care of. Because Yahweh Bashim Shai's mercies, are forever. Especially towards his elect. Because the scripture's talking about this time he's coming to save his elect. He's not saving all Israel over here, but he is saving his elect out of the 12 tribes of Israel. Of course, 2/3 are going to have to pay for what they've done. Die horrible deaths, grievous deaths. But we know in the end, according to Isaiah, I think that's 45 and 17, for all Israel shall be saved. That'll be in the kingdom. But let's go to another scripture, right? Let's go to another scripture. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. I believe that's Jeremiah. Let's try 31. It's going to be Jeremiah 31. And we're going to get verse 8. Behold, I will bring them from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that traveleth with child together. A great company shall return hither. So, that time is coming. Where is he going to come get us from? The north country. Also to all the places that we were scattered. Remember the house of Israel was scattered. The 12 tribes of Israel was scattered throughout all nations. When we keep telling y'all too, remember when we were scattered, we look like all nations. So when people think this has something to do with skin color, it does not. So when you hear me say the speckled bird and whatnot, a speckled bird is someone that can look like a heathen nation, but it can be Israelites. So once again, this has nothing to do, salvation has nothing to do with your skin color or outside appearance. You sit back and think about that. But also too, having that understanding that Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to come and gather who? His elect out of the north country. And where are we? Is it North America? Plus, he's going to gather us from all over the world. Matter of fact, let's get another scripture, right? I know there's another scripture that goes into that too. For he shall gather us from the north, out of the land of the north. Roughly paraphrasing. Now, since we're in Jeremiah, right? Let's go to Jeremiah. Let's hit it like this. Have to go back out. Chapter 8. And I believe it's 1 through 8. Let's see, is that right? Let's see, is this what I want? At that time. So, Lucky, I'm just looking at it. That might not have been what I was looking for. Let's see. Salakia, y'all. No, this might not be what I was looking for. me see. Bear with me, Israel. Let me find that scripture. I remember what it was. It's not Jeremiah. It's Zechariah. Zechariah's beautiful scriptures. Zechariah chapter 8. And then again, let's see, Zechariah 8 and 1 through 8. And it says, again, the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fearing. Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age. And the streets of the city shall be, and the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls, playing in the streets thereof. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, thus saith the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant of this people, in these days should it also be marvelous in my eyes, saith the Lord of hosts. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country, and I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God in truth and in righteousness. Guess who he's saving? Who he's speaking of? The Israelites. He's not speaking of the heathen. He's not speaking of Esau, Edom, and the other nations and anyone else. Jerusalem, Zion, Israel, Yasharallah. It's the 12 tribes of Israel. You so-called Mexicanos, you so-called African Americans, you Negroes, you so-called Native Americans. Who do you think this is about? You are Israelites, believe it or not. Majority of you are 2/3, but the elect, no. Matter of fact, let's jump down to verse, I think it was 13. And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse, are we not cursed? And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. There's the proof. Right there. Told you. Judah and Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. And remember, in the kingdom, what did he say? You'll have pleasures evermore. Matter of fact, let's get that. Amen. Beautiful scriptures. Let's go to the book of, I think that's in Psalms. Psalm 16:11, I think. Psalm 16, and we're going to get verse 11. So once again, we have a grand outlook, even though it may look gloomy in front of us for the things that are about to happen. These things that must happen. But we stay 10 toes to the ground for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Keep our faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Remember, yeah, he's coming in his wrath and his anger, but he also has that mercy for his elect. Psalm 16, and I think we're going to get verse 11. And it says, Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. How beautiful it's going to be in the kingdom. And our outlook, even though what we see was coming right now, or coming soon. When the smoke clears and the dust settles, we will be at home. I give all praise, glory, and honor is to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahakodash. Hope you was edified. Shalom.